Get ready for some hot books, some great content, and some good vibes. All that and then some when we return. We'll be right back. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Keep It Comics. As always, I am your gracious host, C3. Today, before we get started, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. And if this is your first time stopping by, viewing the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you like the content we present over here, give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out a lot. All right? So, for those of you who've been around for a minute, you can see I got a little something brewing in the background. We're not finished by far. This is just that experimental state that we're in right now. So this is what the background is going to look like for this particular video. I've got a lot of wonderful comic books that I want to show you guys. Some really, really hot books that are trending on the secondary market. I hope you see something you like. These are some books that I've been keeping my eye on, and I just want to share them with the comic book community. I couldn't do this without you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for your patience while I continue to remodel and get my comic book room in order. And again, as always, you know, it's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. So grab your vibe juice and let's do what we do. Make sure that you hang around to the end because I got a bunch of books that came in the mail, and I'll show you what I picked up last week for New Comic Book Day. But also, I've got a CGC 9.8 that I got from Unknown Comics that I would love to show you guys. So make sure you hang around to the end, all right? So without further ado, let's dive right on in. Here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 10, we have a book that is published by Marvel. This book was released on January 26th of 2022. And the title of this book is The Black Panther, issue number 3, the Alex Ross cover. Yes, the key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Tosin Oduye, a possible new Black Panther in the future. No one knows just yet, but there's such speculation centered around this particular character because what's been going on in the storyline. All right, so let's talk specs. The last recorded sale for this book was on July 11th of 2022, where a raw copy sold for $58.20. And keep in mind, this book has fluctuated up and down on the secondary market ever since its release. This book is currently trending down, ladies and gentlemen. It's at a negative 6.86%, in which I always say, strike while the iron is cold. So now that the prices have leveled off for the Alex Ross cover, and it has taken a slight dip, this is a great opportunity to get your hands on this book. I always say, strike while the iron is cold. That way you can get the best bang for your buck, all right? The average sale for CGC 9.8 is at $166. The average sale for a raw copy of this book is $56.13. There's been many purchases. There's been a couple purchases of this book for $56.13 for the raw copy. All right, so we've got 800 raw copies that have sold so far. There's been 117 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 917 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Okay, now the highest known sale for CGC 9.8 was back on April 19th of 2022, where that book sold for $300. And that's not bad, considering the way this book has been moving. $300 is a good buy-in for a nice crispy 9.8 with that speculation going on that it could be a new Black Panther. We never know, but just to have that buy-in at such a low level is actually pretty good. Like I said, strike while the iron is cold, because if something particularly happens with this book and it skyrockets, it's going to definitely do numbers. Fair market value has this book resting at $166 for the most common grade of the 9.8. Number 10, ladies and gentlemen, Black Panther issue number 3, the Alex Ross cover. Next up, coming in at number 9, we have a book that is also published by Marvel. This book was released on October 1st, 1991. The title of this book is X-Men, issue number 1, and I'm talking about the D cover. Yes. I know we've seen these all over the place. These have been in dollar bins forever and a day, right? But let's talk specs. The key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of X-Men Blue Team, Cyclops, Beast, Wolverine, Rogue, Psylocke, and Gambit. Absolutely. All right? Now, the last recorded sale for this book was on July 9th of 2022, where CGC 9.8 sold for $72. This book is also trending downward, ladies and gentlemen, at negative 2.74%, which is a perfect buying opportunity. Again, strike while the iron is cold, everybody. This book has sold in a graded copy. The average sale for CGC 9.8 is about $71.14. The average sale for a raw copy is $17.41. There's been 711 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 219 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 930 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale for CGC 9.8 in this book was back on February 28th of 2021, where that book sold for $255. And fair market value has it resting at $71.14 for the most common grade of the 9.8. For those of you who are interested in this book, coming in at number 9, X-Men, issue number 1, the D cover. Yes, definitely keep your eye on that book if you're interested. It's at the perfect opportunity to buy right now. All right? Excuse me, real quick. Ice cold, too. I needed that. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along. Coming in at number 8, this book is published by Marvel. It was released on October 9th, 2019. And the title of this book is Doctor Doom, issue number 1. I love that cover. That's an awesome headshot. No pun intended. But that's a dope headshot. All right? Now, the key factor to this book is it's just another awesome solo Doctor Doom series. Awesome, right? Now, last recorded sale for this book was on July 11th of 2022, where a graded 9.8 sold for $99.99. Will somebody please give that individual a penny so we can call this $100? $99.99. $100, ladies and gentlemen. This book is currently trending upward at 5.81%. And even though it's trending up, it's still at a decent price point for buying right now. Definitely want to purchase low. For those of you guys who are flipping comic books, if you want to sell it, you know the perfect time to get in is at ground level, right? Purchase the book while it's low. You can sell it a little higher, get you some profit. All right? Now, the average sale for a graded copy of a 9.8 is about $109. And the average sale for a raw copy of this book is roughly about $12.15. There's been 399 raw copies of this book that have sold and 12 graded copies that have changed hands. All right? So just keep your eye, because this book continues to do numbers on the secondary market. There are a lot of Doctor Doom fans out there, a lot of Fantastic Four fans, and this is one of those iconic villains that'll never go away. All right? So the highest known sale for CGC 9.8 was back on January 19th of 2022, where that book sold for $174.99. Yes, and fair market value has this book resting at $12.15 for the most common grade, which is the raw copy. So $12.15 for a raw copy. That's not bad at all. That is not bad. Doctor Doom, iconic villain. Another solo series of his. All right, coming in at number 8. Keep your eye on it. It's doing numbers on the secondary market. Coming in at number 7, ladies and gentlemen. This book is published by Marvel. This book was released on May 20th of 2015. And the title of this book is A-Force, issue number 1. The Stephanie Hans 1 in 25 variant cover. Excellent. Now, the key factor to this book is it is the first cameo appearance of Singularity, and it is the first team appearance of A-Force, right? Now, last recorded sale for this book was on July 11th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $104.99. This book is currently trending downward, ladies and gentlemen, at a negative 1.13%. And again, strike while the iron is cold. So if you were ever in the market for this particular book, now's a perfect opportunity to buy. The average sale for CGC 9.8 of this book is $257. And the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $117. There's been 160 raw copies of this book that have sold so far, and there's been 65 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 225 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. While the highest known sale for CGC 9.8 of this book was back on July 8th of 2022, when that book sold for $325. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $257 for the most common grade of the 9.8. And it's such a beautiful cover. Stephanie Hans, a prolific artist, does great interior work, great covers, and listen, just one you want to add to your collection. I have an artist section in my collection, and I think this is just a beautiful Stephanie Hans cover. One to keep your eye on, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Moving right along, coming at number 6. We're going to switch gears a little bit, and we have on the list some DC goodness, all right? We've got DC Comics. This book was released on July 6th of 2022. The title of this book is Batman, issue number 125, the Jock 1 in 50 yellow foil variant. Yes. Now, for those of you who don't know, I love yellow covers. And I know a lot of you would probably argue that the foil kind of interferes with the artwork on the cover. But this is still a beautiful cover, and one I want to add to my collection. I'm trying to see if this book is going to take a little dip for me. I know it's the 1 in 50. I don't necessarily want to pay $50 for it. If I have to, I will, but I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait a little bit. I don't see it shooting through the roof, so I'm quite happy with that right now. So I just want to see if it'll take a little dip, and then I'll grab one for myself. But let's talk speculation on it real quick. Let's talk key numbers, all right? So the key factor to this book is it's the first appearance of a new character by the name of Failsafe, all right? Again, can't go wrong. Beautiful cover, first appearance. The artist, perfect combination. Now, the last recorded sale for this book was on July 14th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $46.50. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 6.06%. There is an average sale for a raw copy of $46, and there's been 74 copies of this book that have changed hands so far on the secondary market. So I am diligently watching this book as it continues to move, and I'm watching that price to see whether it's going to go up or down. Hopefully it trickles down a little bit for me. All right. Now, the highest known sale for this book was for a raw copy back on July 4th of 2022, but that book sold for $77.38, right? That's still not a bad price, but like I said, I want to see it come down, and fair market value has it resting at $46 for the raw copy. All right? So that's number 6, ladies and gentlemen. DC Comics, Batman issue number 125, the Jock 1 in 50 foil variant, the yellow joint. You guys know how I feel about my yellow covers. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping I can get my hands on one of those. I need one of those in my life, baby. I need that joint. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to our number 5. We've made it to the halfway mark. So, like I always do, please just allow me the opportunity to stop, take a deep breath, and thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the channel. If this is your first time checking out the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the type of content that we present over here, hit that like button. Feel free to share it and let the other homies know about it. All right? I thank you guys. I know I couldn't do this without you. I am a part of the best comic book community in the world, which is you guys, man. I really appreciate all the encouraging comments that I get. Anybody at any time, you can leave me a comment in the comment section. I do my best to try to hit everybody back. I appreciate you. And if there's some books that you think I might be interested in, put those down there too. I'm always out and about. I'm always on the dig, man. So hit me up. It's all good. All right? Listen, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget, stick around to the end because I got a CGC 9.8 I want to show you guys. All right? Let me know what you think. Should I or should I have not grabbed this book? But I liked it, so I grabbed it. But I just want to know what you think. All right? So let's get back at it like comic book addicts. Let's do what we do. Coming in at number 5, ladies and gentlemen. This book is published by Marvel. It was released on July 1st, 1984. The title of this book is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 3. Now, the key factor to this book, it is the first appearance of Volcana and Titania. Yes. Now, let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for this book was on July 14th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $24.99. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 64.48%. And the average sale for CGC 9.8 is running us about $181 right now. You can still get your hands on a raw copy of this book for roughly about $31.49. Now, there's been 1,051 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 222 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of $1,273 copies of this particular book that continues to change hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale for this book was a 9.8 back on June 10th of 2021, where that book sold for $555. Fair market value has this book resting at $181 for the most common grade of the 9.8. So if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, back on June 10th of 2021, a 9.8 went for $555. Fair market value has it resting in 2022 at $181. It is the perfect time to strike. Strike while the iron is cold, ladies and gentlemen. This is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on this book. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, issue number 3. You know, get you one. Gotta have it. Yes, gotta have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 4, another DC comic. This was released on September 1st, 1973. Now, the title of this book is Justice League of America, issue number 107. The key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Freedom Fighters, Uncle Sam, the Human Bomb, the Ray, Phantom Lady, Black Condor, and Dollman in DC Comics. So many first appearances. A book worth having in your collection, especially when you got all these streaming services coming, doing all these particular storylines. It is going to happen. These characters will make their way onto the small screen at some point, right? Now, let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for June 28th was on 2022, where a raw copy sold for $37.99. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 43.45%. Now, the average sale for CGC 9.0 is going for about $100 right now. The average sale for a raw copy of this book is $18.70. There's been 233 raw copies of this book that have sold, and there's been 6 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 239 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market, and it continues to do numbers. This book is going to move for quite some time now because people still believe in these characters. So, the highest known sale for CGC 9.6 in this book, a 9.6, sold on September 5th of 2021. That book went for $349, almost $350 for the 9.6, and that was back in 2021. While fair market value has the book graded at 9.0 at $100 today. All right. So if you're interested in Justice League of America, issue number 107, keep your eye on that book. That book continues to do numbers on the secondary market. It's out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely out there. All right. We've made it to our top 3 comics of the week. All right. Our top 3 hottest comic books of the week. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So every time I do a video, you guys will get that notification. All right? I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's do it. This book, coming in at number 3, was published by Marvel. It was released on June 1st, 1986. And the title of this book is X-Men, issue number 201, the direct edition. Yeah! You already know, right? The key factor to this book, it is the first appearance of Cable, Nathan Summers. Yes, it's a must-have. Last recorded sale for this book was on July 10th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $37. This book is currently trending upward at 34.67%, ladies and gentlemen. It's on the move, so get it while you can. Get it while it's easy pickings, man. All right? Now, the average sale for a CGC 9.8 is $151. The average sale for a raw copy is $20.48. There's been 775 raw copies of this book that have sold, and there's been 165 graded copies, giving us a total of 940 copies of this book that have changed hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale for a CGC 9.8 was back on September 29th of 2021, where that book sold for $190. And that was back in 2021, right? So think about it. $190 versus $151. Fair market value has this book resting at $151 today. So that is not a bad price point for buying right there. Right? There's a lot of wiggle room for those of you to make a profit if that's what you're looking to do. And for those who just want to add this book to your collection, perfect opportunity. It's perfect. All right? So if you're interested in this book, X-Men, issue number 201, the direct edition. Keep your eye out. It's on the move. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 2. Now, this is a book that I'm excited to talk about. And the reason is because the wifey took me to see Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah. And I enjoyed it. And I'm not mad. I enjoyed it. It was okay. It was entertaining. I spend my money to be entertained, and I was entertained. Are you not entertained? Yes, I was entertained. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was particular moments in the movie that would just have me rolling around. I was just dying up in there, man. So I apologize to those of you in the movie theater that I might have offended because I was just being a little loud. I'm sorry. I get like that from time to time. But yes, Thor: Love and Thunder, right? Check it out. This book is presented by Marvel. This book was released on November 10th, 1975. The title of this book is Marvel Premiere, issue number 26. Yes, absolutely. Now, the key factor to this book is, it is the first Hercules solo story. Yes. Now, let's talk numbers. Last recorded sale was on July 15th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book went for $14.99. But ever since Thor: Love and Thunder, this book has been on the move. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 34.35%. And the average sale for CGC 9.2 is $91. The average sale for a raw copy is roughly about $19.89. So you're looking to pay about $19 to $25 for a raw copy right now. There's been 247 raw copies that have sold so far, and there's been 2 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 249 copies of this book that is being moved on the secondary market. The highest known sale is for that 9.2, which is on November 8th of 2021, where that book sold for $91. Fair market value also has it resting at $91 for the most common grade of the 9.2. So, because of what took place in Thor: Love and Thunder, Hercules is on the rise. All right? His first solo story is moving on the secondary market. Now, funny thing about it is, I don't have any Hercules books in my collection. I know, right? What? Duh. So I've got to try to get my hands on this book before it moves too far out of my reach, right? Now, I'm not going to go crazy with trying to get this book, but I do want to add one to my collection. Right now, these prices look very obtainable for me. Maybe I can grab a nice near mint copy of a raw version of it off eBay, or maybe I'm looking around in shops right now, but if I could find one, I'm looking to pay about 25 bucks for one. But I want a nice copy, So wish me luck. All right, so there you have it. Coming in at number 2, Marvel Premiere, issue number 26, Hercules' first solo story. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it. We made it, Ma. Top of the world. Coming in at number 1. This book was published by Marvel. Man, that thing ice cold. This book is published by Marvel. It was released on November 1st, 1968. The title of this book is The Fantastic Four Annual Number 6. Beautiful. Now, the key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Annihilus and the birth of Franklin Richards. Yes, my Fantastic Four fans, I know you can appreciate this book right here. Last recorded sale was on July 14th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $200. This book is currently trending upward, my friends, at 26.04%. And the average sale for 7.0 and a graded copy of this book is $756. The average sale for a raw copy of this book is running roughly about $410 right now. There's been 507 copies that have been sold. There has been 321 graded copies that have been sold, giving us a total of 828 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for CGC 9.8 of this book was back in April 8th of 2022, where that book sold for, wait for it, $33,600 for the CGC 9.8. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, far be it from me to count anybody's pockets. I can't afford it, but there's probably somebody out there that can. This book is worth taking a look at. I myself am looking to get my hands on a raw copy in decent grade for a fair amount of money. Because I'm no baller. But not to say that many of you out there you guys probably ball out all the time, right? Balling. Hey, knock yourself out. But I'm looking for something a little more affordable for me. But I wanted to put this out there because it's just an awesome book. We know Fantastic Four is coming to that big screen, man, and we can't wait. Fair market value has this book resting at $756 for the most common grade of the 7.0. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. Marvel Fantastic Four Annual, issue number 6, first appearance of Annihilus, and the birth of Franklin Richards, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so there you have it. I have given you your list. Look, do not jump out of the airplane without your parachute. Take your time. These books always come around. If you see something out there and it's out of your price range, leave it. Keep saving your money. It'll come back around and you'll be able to get it. There's no need for you to break the bank trying to grab a comic book. All right? So, before I go, I would like to share some comic books with you, just as I promised. All right? I grabbed Cable, issue number 1, but I grabbed that Scotty Young variant. Look at that. Now, I know my boy Dave, he could appreciate a fire book like this right here. Had to have it. Add this to my collection. Got it for half price too, so really can't complain about that. All right. Now, I'll show you some books that I grabbed for New Comic Book Day. Not all of them are New Comic Book Day books because I just like to shop for my collection. All right, so the first one I will show you is The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 306, that homage to Action Comics. Always loved this book. The crazy part about it is I didn't have this book in my collection. I had passed this book up so many times, and then I finally saw a really, really nice copy, and I decided to pick it up. So I'm happy about that. The next book I picked up was Venom, issue number 25. Remember that one? I can't wait till Dylan grows up. I can't wait till Dylan grows up. It's gonna be crazy. I also picked up, and I'm just gonna show this real quick and then I'm gonna remove it. Betty Page, issue number 5, The Alien Agenda. Very nice. Next book I grabbed was Spawn, issue number 12. Beautiful cover. Excellent story. One of the hotter books that was out last week was Spider-Punk, issue number 3, which is the first appearance of Daredevil drummer right there. Yep. And I grabbed the second copy for Spits and Giggles. All right. I couldn't believe this was sitting out there, so you know I had to grab it. Strange Academy, issue number 1, the 3rd print. These books are doing extremely well on the secondary market. Anytime I see these out there, I'm going to pick them up. Again, cover price, can't go wrong. I grabbed Batgirl, issue number 35. Beautiful cover. Oh, it just hit me. I purchased this from a buddy of mine, Noel. So he's at all the local cons that come about. So if you ever see him out there, check him out. His name is Noel. Beautiful brother, good heart. And does great business. So if you see him out there, he's got deals for you. Definitely got deals for you. All right, so here's one of the hotter books that was out there. We got Mandalorian, issue number 1, and this is the 1 in 25. And look at that yellow cover. Love it. Had to have that. Batman, issue number 125, that die cut variant. Let's see if we can get him, see if we can get a good look. There you go. You open it up and all the pictures of the bats shape his face. It's pretty dope. Nostalgic, yeah, nostalgia, you know. Again, Strange Academy, issue number 18. Awesome read. Scotty Young killing this book. This is the final issue of the story arc. Man, killing this book, Scotty. Doing this thing. And I picked up, again, also I got this from, again, Noel. Catwoman, issue number 24 is the first Catgirl. Yep. Now, the hottest book that was out, well, not the hottest book that was out, but a book that is really heated up is 8 Billion Genies. Yep, 8 Billion Genies. So, I think I already have this book, but I did grab a few more copies. So I grabbed a cover A. I believe this is a cover C of 8 Billion Genies. And believe it or not, I believe this is the money cover, issue number 3. And it's crazy because when they all heated up, when I heard that they were doing well, so I went and grabbed a copy of it. Then I went back to grab a couple more copies, and then there were none on the shelf. But when I first went to grab the first copy, it was like this many on the shelf. There was a stack of them up there. And then I went back, and it was just the two, the cover C, and then the third issue. So I grabbed it, and I'll be out looking for more. So who knows? All right. So how about we do some unboxing? All right. Got something from Unknown that I want to show you, and I already opened it just to save us some time, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out the bag, right? Just to get it like pre-prepped. But before I open up the 9/8, I'm gonna crack open a couple of other boxes that I got. All right, so we're gonna save the 9/8 for later. We're gonna save it for last, right? And we'll just open up these puppies right here. All right, so you guys know the routine. Cue the music, but keep your clothes on. This is a family channel. Alright, so let me pop these sides for us real quick. Get the party started right. Get all the tape out of the way. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I went and watched Thor: Love and Thunder. I was very entertained by it. You know, it was an opportunity for me and the wife to spend some time together. You know, without the youngins, without the kids. So, and we always cherish moments like that. I'm very lucky to have a wife that supports my comic book hobby. Or should I say my comic book habits. Because they just keep calling me, man. Right? We could be doing a lot worse, so I appreciate that. But yeah, the movie was awesome. I encourage everybody to go check it out. Now, what I want to do is separate that tape. Okay. We got the tape out of there now. All right, so this is what we got. Now, I'm going to gently open this baby up. Okay. All right. So, here we have, ladies and gentlemen, What If Miles Morales, issue number 4. This is that controversial comic that everybody was going crazy about. I got this in an auction. Got it for like $7. Not bad. Seeing as how it jumped up to like 14 or 15. So I was happy to be able to get my hands on this one. Love me some Miles Morales. They're still building and there's still character and world building. So nothing's written in stone about him just yet. But as they continue to work on him, I'll continue to collect his comics so that if anything significant happens, I'll be prepared for it. All right? Okay. Get this out of the way. Let's do this one right here. Now, this one, I hope it's the one that I'm thinking. I hope it is, I hope it is, I hope it is. Fingers and toes crossed. I like how they secured it. It definitely made sure it arrived safely. So, like I said, I'll never complain about that. Just take my time. I probably should have opened this one. Like how I did with the CGC. There we go. Got it. We're in. We are in there. Ooh-wee. Bingo. Man, that was a lot of work. Holy smokes. Let's see what we got. Let's remove these rivets, right? Definitely don't want to hurt anything. They got this baby secure, which leads me to think that it is what I think it is. And I'm happy. I've been waiting to show this to you guys. That's the first layer. Look, and then we have oh, okay. Again, just being safe. Just being safe. Okay. Man, this thing was wrapped up by Spider-Man. Look. Yep. Now, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh-wee. Look. Yo. This puppy is secure, B. Yo. Oh my goodness. I gotta get in it. Okay, I found it. All right. That is hilarious, yo. That's mad. Yo, shout out to the packager. That's what I'm gonna call this person, the packager. The packager. Yeah, they got this baby packaged. Take my time. Okay. Okay. Ooh-wee. All right. Let me look first. Wow. Wow. Awesome, yo. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I won't hold you in any more suspense. Here is Fantastic Four, issue number 1, the Bill Sienkiewicz, Dr. Doom, Virgin variant. Look at that. How awesome is that, man? Look how beautiful she is. Man, that's just a magnificent piece of artwork. Very, very strict print run, ladies and gentlemen. You will not find a lot of these out in the wild. I'm super excited about being able to get my hands on that. Man, it's just a beautiful piece of artwork. Awesome. Awesome. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for making these beautiful memories. Thank you for making this moment possible. And be gentle with that. I'll put that in the My Life, drop her in the top loader, and then get it somewhere safe. I hope you guys enjoyed the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. But before we go, there's one last comic that I want to show you. This one I pre-opened for us already. So we just have to go through the plastic. All right? This one came from Unknown Comics. And I ordered a few pieces when I ordered this particular book. So I'll show you the pieces that came with it. All right. First off, I ordered Alien issue number 4. Grabbed a couple copies of that beautiful cover there. Yes, sir. Had to have it. So I grabbed multiples. Right? And I grabbed Venom issue number 35. This is that Mark Mastrozzo variant in the CGC 9.8. And what do you think about that? That's a beauty. Had to have this in the collection. Happy to share it and show it with you guys, to show it to you all. You can see what the back looks like. Yep. Issue number 35. The Mastrozzo version edition. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, as I did. I really enjoyed myself. Can't wait to see you guys next video. Listen, before I go, you know what I always say. Don't hate. Congratulate. Show some love. Because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, when you see me, it's good vibes only. And always keep it comics. Later, Gators. I'll see you next video.